550, y'all. Big changes. Alright, so let's find out. There's going to be some kind of change in the development. Alright, so thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming down, guarding and protecting us as we channel these messages. Thank you, ancestors and ascended masters, for all your helpful healing messages that you give, the absolute truth. Thank you, Jesus Christ, walking right beside me every single day, bringing this to a close and justice. I thank you. Okay, y'all take what resonates. Remember, there's no sex in the spiritual world. We all carry feminine and masculine energy. So when you see the man or the woman out here, I may say man or woman, but y'all take it as it resonates, okay? It's to do with the energy of the card, okay? All right, so y'all take what resonates. Let's find out what's going on. What's going on? Y'all come in and hit that bell notification. Hit that like button when you come in, all right? All right, let's see what they got to say as far as the cut, okay? I'm just going to... It says the Ten of Cups. So something about a community. It says everything you're planned for has worked out. Happiness, belonging, lasting success, home, feeling blessed, generosity, contentment, and family. It says the King of Wands. It says use the dynamic energy of a leader. The 10 and 5. We got a Temperance card, another 5. So this is some kind of big changes coming in, y'all. It's ushering in some kind of big changes about how you've been shunned and pushed out in the cold and so on and so forth. But it has something to do with your leadership, the energy of the unexpected. That's what it says. The energy of the unexpected right here with this community. 10-10, y'all. 10-10. Alright, so take that as it resonates. A brand new beginning. Some kind of start over in a community. This is some kind of success. Strength. Some kind of deeper meaning. You're going to find out something. It says worrying changes nothing. Decide your next step. So you're not in a worrisome state of mind, collective. You're depending on, you're waiting on God. You know, you're having faith in God because you know that there's something's going to change because of God. Okay, so you're not in distress or anything. You're just like using grace. Okay, because you're gaining strength somehow. Somebody's defending you. I swear they are because they know you're authentic. It says Ace of Pentacles. You're going to receive a reward. This is what's going to cause this. I promise you, this is what's going to cause this. I'm going to tell y'all, this says 10-10-10 out here. 10-10-10. What's that tell you? What's that make you feel like? 10-10-10. That's 10-5-5-9-1. Just ending with the Ace of Pentacles, starting with the 10 of Cups. This community has to give you something for your leadership because you're an earth angel. You've been right about something. This is coming to some kind of close, okay? Don't get in your head about this, about how you've been being treated, okay? That's just a small portion of the community or whatever. Do you understand? Just a small little group of people. It's not the whole masses. It's a small little group of people that are doing this. You don't got to fuck with them. You just keep doing what you're doing and stay in your joy, okay? Let's find out what's going on. Thank you. Alright, tell me what collective needs to know for the here and now. One card. Man, that one wants to come. I'm not going to count this. I'm just going to call it out, okay? It says, don't let your emotions get in the way. Amen. Please, Lord, guard my emotions. Please, God. Please, God, guard my emotions. I know I have a tendency to get excited. Okay, guard my emotions. Thank you. Amen. 555 now, y'all. Some kind of big changes. 111. 555. Alright, so tell us what collective needs to know. Guard your emotions. What's collective need to know is the here and now. What's going on in the here and now? It says strength. You don't know your own strength until it's tested. It says self-assurance, confidence, passion, resilience, courage, and inner power. This is whatever's going on is like sparking your I don't want to call it a rebel. What is it? It's sparking your, how do you say, vigilante. It's sparking it. It's like bringing it back to life. Like you may have been feeling real stagnant. Then these motherfuckers took some type of action, and it sparked you to take to call your power back to you. Not to take any action against them, but to call your power back to you. Because if you can maintain your strength, these people are going to tell on themselves. If you can control your outbursts and your emotions, these people are going to tell on themselves. Okay. It says the star, 8 and 8. Something's leading up straight to your destiny. If y'all can't see these numbers repeating themselves, then you're blind. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. You're gaining strength. All your dreams are coming true. Opportunities, renewal, faith, hope, healing, rejuvenation, unexpected help. That's the second time. King of Wands is unexpected. This is unexpected help. Okay? Someone's going to come forward. It says success and opportunity, truth and fairness, and a rebirth. Take that as it resonates. We got Leo and Aquarius out here. Fire and air. This is happening right now. Like all eyes are on you for some reason. Because you're... Look, something about you. You've been working. Your hands aren't idle at all. Both of those hands are full. On both of those cards. You have not been idle. You've been staying in your faith and praying and you're not idle at all. You see how busy your hands are? And you're working and you're bent over, working hard. You see that? Trying to maintain a balance. You're trying to keep a balance in whatever the fuck is going on because these people are ignorant. It says confidence, passion, resilience, courage, inner power, healing, rejuvenation, unexpected help, faith, renewal, and hope. Okay, hope is a conduct for miracles. You're ushering in this miracle. You have nothing to hide. You've completely stripped yourself of ego, pride, everything, and look, you've stripped off all of that, whatever they thought you were. You have nothing at all to hide. Nothing. And you're still maintaining a balance. This King of Cups is watching. It says surrender. I don't know if that's in the upright. It's wanting me to read this. Creativity, problem solving. It says groups and growth. Groups. I gotta find out if it's in the upright or in the reverse. In the upright. It says surrender. Look at the world from a different perspective. Waiting, sacrifice, hesitation, suspense, and recalibration. Alright, so you've come to some type of... It looks like that you pull back this work. You said, okay, you're being told to just stop. Whatever work, whatever was going on. You're reflecting on something, or somebody's reflecting on something. Okay? Because the star's reflecting. Okay, let's see what this says. It says the 8 of Swords. It says, rebirth, changes, decisions, opportunities, and truth. It seems like you're blocked, but you can still take a step. It says, let go of your fears, doubts, control, uncontrolled thoughts, and this overthinking. Overthinking, look, because divine is, I'm telling you, divine has got a plan. Your spark, you're getting your spark back, okay? We got 8, 8, 8, and 3. We've had 555, 10, 10, 10, and 8, 8, 8. Y'all, something is really, really, it's building up. What do you got to say? Then don't watch it. Nobody asked for your opinion. Nobody. Alright, so tell me what this hangman is. What does collective need to surrender to as far as this perspective right here of these 8s? Because this is destiny coming in no matter what. You understand? There's nothing you can do to stop it. The ball is rolling. Okay? This is something about getting the tea. Okay, so tell me. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, angels of the highest white light. It says the Wheel of Fortune, another 10, y'all. I'm telling you, you have a strength in new beginnings. The cycle restarts. So this new beginning is some type of chance. Because you're reflecting on something to free you. This is something to free you. Okay? It says change, chance, fate, happiness, cycles, destiny, luck, and karma. What is collective surrendering to? This is surrendering to destiny. But as far as the events that's been going on, what does collective need to surrender about that? Because you're an earth angel. Period. It shows it right here. You can see it clearly. This is the Ace of Swords in reverse. Surrendering to the Ace of Swords in reverse. Tyranny, disaster, lack of clarity, chaos. Surrender to the chaos because it's ushering in change. This is like the wrecking ball coming to knock down the tower, y'all. Okay, that's what we're in right now. They're saying surrender, stay back. Step back from it and observe it. Okay? You don't need to put in no more 2 cents. You already exposed the truth. It says origins, inspiration, enlightenment, and beginnings. So 1 and 1, clarifying this 3. Another 1. Something on the bottom of the deck. Finding self-love. Look, you don't need these people's opinion. You don't need their approval. Okay? You just keep carrying on, man. Carry on just as normal. You've done nothing wrong. They're trying to make you feel like that you need to shut yourself away or put like they're trying to make you like sit in a closed box. You don't have no reason to. You've done nothing wrong. You can walk with your head held high. Do you understand? You can still walk with your head held high. You've done the right thing. Do you understand? So don't let them think that they can put you in a box because they think that they're... These are tyrants. You understand? You just continue on as... Get busy living or get busy dying. Continue as normal. Don't let them get into your head. Because this is the same as it was yesterday. The same people are still doing the same thing. You're still alive. You're still okay. No matter what is occurring, God said that it's an illusion. You need to trust that. Because they're tyrants. Okay? So tell me what I need to know about surrendering to this tyranny. What does collective need to actually do? It's going to say stay back and watch, observe. I'm telling you. Oh, it's telling you to leave. Wowzers. That's 4 8s. You have success in the face of difficulty. That's what it says. It's not telling you to do anything. Something's going to happen real quick. It says investigations. Ooh. Finding out. It says investigations, finding out, willpower. Focus, determination, concentration, triumph, and perseverance. So you're surrendering to this. That's 10, 10, 1, y'all. I can't make it up. This is 10, 10, and 1. Tell me that shit ain't falling into place. The divine numbers are just showing us. 8 and 1. Over and over. And a 9 is an ending. Success. A 9 is success, an ending. Bottom of the deck says some kind of proposal. Someone's bringing this victory into you. You just need to wait patiently for it. All right, so clarify, because this is telling you to wait. Okay? You are already a star. You've already built the strength. You're called. You've got the energy. You're golden. You're golden, collective. You just need to stay focused and don't lose your temper. It says Page of Pentacles. It's a birthright. Focus on your goals to bring great success. An idea, an opportunity, eagerness, curiosity, diligence, courage, ambition, and loyalty. They want you to continue on the path. You understand? Stay. You're persistent. Keep being persistent. They're trying to throw a monkey wrench in to mess with your mental. Do you understand? They're trying to affect your mental status. But it's not working. Because you got your eyes on the prize. Because you know that collective, you know that you've been telling the truth, right? Six, y'all. 606. You know you've been telling the truth. That made a 9. This is bringing something to an end. This is your birthright, I promise you. It says need for balancing priorities and decisions. Okay, collective. Okay, what should collective's decision be as far as any kind of actions or non-action? What should collective do as far as action or non-action? It says, what? Make your decision and take action with confidence. Make your decision and take action with confidence. I think you're standing your ground, collective. It says a need for a rebirth. It says changes and settled decisions. It says action, change, journey, instability, lack of center, dissatisfaction, and separation. Okay, so this is telling you to make a decision, to take some type of action. Okay, what is the action that needs to be taken? It says the Magician. Don't hold back your power. And you have all the gifts and tools that you need. Because it landed up here right beside strength. It says you can make your imagination real. It says creative power, skills, adaptation, originality, and self-confidence. Just keep remaining you. Beginning of creative endeavors, inspiration, and origins. Another 9. 9 and 9, y'all. Bottom of the deck says Queen of Pentacles. You're going to get a windfall of money like from a fan or something. Somebody's going to give you a windfall of money so you can move forward. You understand? So you're not stressing about how you're going to leave, how you're going to move, whatever. Somebody's going to give you a windfall of money. They're going to offer you a job or something to be a boss. This is success. You're successful. You manifested this new beginning. So I'm taking these back. These were all on the bottom. That's why I'm taking them back. Some public recognition, y'all. I'm telling you, you're going to be seen as authentic. You're a star. Your powers and gifts are real. You need to have confidence in them. You need to have confidence in all of everything you say. Your actions. Okay? Because you're being given strength by God to do this. God has given you strength to continue on. Do you understand? Don't back down now because it's the finish line. Stand in your power. You make your dreams, your imagination real. You're a major manifester. It says you're going to come to some kind of decision about what to do with it. That's a 9, 8, and 8. Okay. It says step back from everything to gain perspective. There's daydreams, illusions, choices, fantasies, a lack of control, escapism, and promise unfulfilled. Okay, so you're looking at something, observing something. asking you to make a decision. But there's something that's covered up that you can't see that to decide on. This is investigation, mastery, responsibility, and willpower. So you mastered something. You're a master of something. What? I just want to look. It says making decisions. Nope, it says investigations. All three of these say investigations, y'all. You're a master investigator. You have a knack for it. You have a skill that's not your average. It's not your normal. You're like Monk. Y'all remember that show? You're like him. I love it. I love it. I'm a lot like him, actually. Y'all remember that show? That shit was funny as hell. That was a great show. All right, so Collective's mastered yourself. The last thing you need to master is patience and maintaining your emotions. Okay? That's what you need to master. It says death. I'm telling you, growth always means leaving something behind. It says you're gaining control. It says wait, what's it say? Organization. Some kind of organization, stability, and form. Y'all, I'm telling you, you're fixing to become like the boss of some kind of. Okay, look, your gifts are unique. All right, it's a unique thing for you to be this unique. Like, say you were going to be a detective, you're going to be you're going to be in a whole category of your own. Do you understand? You're going to be in a whole category of your own with people under you, learning from you. How do you see these signs? What makes it trigger? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You're going to tell them how it makes you feel so they know how it makes them feel. Do you understand? Like, I know you do. All right. You're going to be in some kind of category of your own. All right, so what does Collective need to know about this outcome of this? You need to wait. Gain control of your power. Gain control of your emotions. You don't need to do anything whatsoever. It's already taken place. God's giving you the strength to overcome whatever these attacks are, okay? So you don't have anything at all to worry about. Whatever they thought about you prior to right now, everybody's fixing to change their tone about it. Everybody. Because it's going to be shown. As long as you can make the decision that you can control your emotions about this. You're a Cancer. I'm telling you, you wear your heart on your sleeve. You don't have nothing to hide. When you're mad, you're mad. When you're happy, you're happy. It says the King of Swords in reverse for some reason. It says malicious, plotting. Well, I can't read that. Obstinate, harsh, severe, ruthless, and manipulation. What is that for? Why'd that pop out? This is the outcome? It said he got to give you something. He's living in regret. 6. I want y'all to see it's that person. He's getting caught for something. It says reach out to others with love and compassion. Nostalgia, remembering. Healing, comfort, steady gain, pleasure after hardship. Okay, so why is he in reverse? Because he's a coward? He's in reverse because he's a coward? It says the Temperance card lender right here. It says six of swords. Move from problems and be mindful. Oh, he ghosted. He's a coward. Now he's coming back real slowly. I'm telling you, he's being divinely guided to give this to you. He's living in regret. This Collective's ex-husband, harsh, fucking narcissist. Look, Queen of Swords, it's your ex-husband. Living in regret for what he did to you. Over materialism. Left you out in the cold all alone. Y'all were best friends and he did this. Look, you're extraordinary. He's fixing to bring you something that you should have had a long time ago that he kept from you to keep you from being okay. Why? Because he was living in, okay, he done did something and then decided that y'all weren't going to be together, what have you, okay? Then he wanted you back and you wasn't having it. He attacked you because of it. Telling you, he attacked you, tried to MK Ultra you. Took your money. He left you out in the cold with nothing, with no money, no nothing. You didn't deserve that at all, collective. None whatsoever. And stole everything that y'all accumulated together for 12 years. Took it all. And left you out in the cold for no reason. You're about to get everything back publicly. That's 10 wands. That's an ending right there. That's a successful ending. You're going to get a business from Divine. I'm telling you, you're going to get a business from Divine. Something that he must have put your name on or something. Look, this come out sideways. It says, life's hard right now. Look around. Help is at hand. Divine is your help. I'm telling you. It says the Page of Swords. Take your time to think before you act. You need to remain calm. Because this is right here. It just keeps showing up on the bottom of the deck. It's right here, y'all. For you and you alone. For your persistence. And you're still alive. I'm telling you, it's something to do with your work. This is your life's mission. Your life's work. You're going to receive something from your ex-husband. That was a narcissist. Malicious. Hateful. He's a Leo. Landed right up there by the strength card. Take that as it resonates. If he's not a Leo, he's got Leo in his chart real strong. That's a narcissist. You're a star, and he's jealous because he's not. That's a star. I mean, that's a Leo. That's what Leos are. That's what they do. They want to be the center stage and more talented and more everything than anybody, and they're not. You're a Cancer. You're way more talented than a Leo. But if you don't stroke that Leo's ego, he'll scratch you. He'll attack you. Every time, I promise you. I was married to one. That my ex, that King of Swords in reverse. I was married to one. I know that he's a King of Swords in reverse. He was like that at his family and everybody. Malicious. Kind of person that even though he done something wrong, if you call him out on it, he'll try to attack you and do something sly and slick to attack you. Sit and dwell on it and even write plans and everything. Write it down and everything. He'd do all of that. He writes everything down. Everything. Makes a list for anything. For everything. If anything on that list goes wrong, he will fucking snap. Snap out. It says the King of Pentacles. It says continue to solve issues in practical ways. Some kind of decision he's coming to. For some reason, something here on the bottom is pressing on my finger. Wanting me to... He's come to some kind of decision. Focusing. I'm telling you, he's bringing something to you. Listen to your inner voice when making choices. He's going to bring this to you. Something that was stolen. That makes 7 swords. He stole it from you. This was some kind of conspiracy of him and his family, apparently. His mom. Oh, gosh. She's a greedy ass bitch. Look, this is coming to you, Star. For this this King of Swords in reverse. Something that's been long awaited. He should have did this, y'all. How's Collector gonna find out about it? Because he should have did this. He should have took these actions a long time ago. But his ego got in his way. Then he got ashamed. And that's ego too. Anger and shit's not the only thing that's ego. He got ashamed and he couldn't do it. He couldn't face it because he knew inside that he was fucking wrong. Him and your stinking cousin. Stinky ass fucking stink hoe. She's a witch. He was fucking her. What's Collective need to know? The outcome. For Collective. Not for that motherfucking... I don't give a fuck about him. What is the outcome for Collective? Chariot. You have success in the you have success in the face of difficulties. It says you got somebody protection backing you. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. Queen of Pentacles. That's 20. 30. I'm sorry. Some kind of collaboration. 2 more cards for the outcome. For Collective. 5. Feel your grief, but know that things will get better. This landed actually like this, so I think it's this. It says acceptance, hope, forgiveness, gratitude, charity, kindness, new alliances, and recovery. That's what I think it is. Getting a brand new beginning, Collective. Brand spanking new, baby. It says growth always means leaving something behind. Transformation, ending of a cycle. Fair lady. You're going to win. A 9 ends it. Enjoy the results of all your hard work. Accomplishments, inheritance, covetousness, self-care, reward, satisfaction, and luxury. It says compassion, integrity, and attainment. 10 Pentacles. And it says divine 10 Pentacles. On top of it, you're going to get a big lump sum of money from your ex. And then God's going to bring something you're going to invest in, or something that's going to bring huge abundance. Huge abundance. Look into your future. Then you're going to meet a partner, apparently. What I keep hearing, listen, he might have passed away. Your ex. He may have already passed away. I don't know. And left it all to you. From the grave. Him and that new wife might not even be together. No more. Probably not. He may have passed away already and left it to you. Somebody hasn't gotten in touch with you. It says Page of Swords. Take your time to think before you act. Restless, energetic, talkative, eager, curious, and aggressive. It says, understand your beliefs, values, and boundaries. Morality, kindness, divine wisdom, traditions. Has he already passed away? Because that looks like a lawyer looking for you. This one went to the floor. You're going to receive something. The High Priestess. This is a divine. Divine's bringing something to you so you can elevate. I'm telling you, it's not going to tell me if he passed or not, but it's just going to come out of nowhere. This looks like some kind of lawyer or something looking for you. like a magistrate or a probate. The energy of the unexpected. It says movement. Just expect the unexpected. It says need to balance priorities when making decisions. You're going to receive this. This went to the floor. That's coming to your door. Coming to this high priestess. For your... You already know that something belongs to you. Well, sure. I mean, hell. I know I at least deserved half of it. I worked hard for that shit. But, you know, people are envious and people want to fucking attack for no reason. I want to ask one question. Is that hoe fucking nasty fucking bitch witch fucking Tammy Carter part of this fucking scheme? Yes. She's jealous of you. Your cousin's jealous of you. Y'all are the same. Y'all are like the same age and shit. And she probably looks like she's 100. And you look like you're 30. She's jealous of you. You take care of yourself. Telling you, this is like a... It's like a water and fire competition or something. You know, fire signs have a tendency to be jealous of the flowy, watery, shimmery, watery, dreamy. It bothers them because water signs are all dreamy. All the water signs are dreamy. Their eyes are all dreamy. And fire signs don't like that. I'm trying to tell you, there's something about your light that irritates their demon. I'm telling you, this is a fire sign that's after you, collective, especially if you're a water sign. Leo and Aries are fire signs. Just saying. And they're trying to bull over the water sign to cause the water sign to step out of their emotions, to step out of their character. Because water signs have a tendency to do that. Look. What the fuck? Union. What are you talking about? Adoration, it said. Union and adoration, y'all. This right here says frozen. Because everything's stagnated. Let's find out. 5 cards and then I'll get the letters. That one wants to come. Serendipity. Well, there you go. Something for the high priestess. I swear. That's a big yes. A house. It says for the artist. It says a loss. You're going to regain something that you lost. For this high priestess, the storyteller. Serendipity for the storyteller. Okay? You're an artist. Your creativity is a yes. You went through some kind of loss. It's bittersweet, y'all. Some kind of opportunity. You got to leave something behind. That's the outcome. Bottom of the deck says well-being, self-reliance, and kindred. You're being called. Someone's calling. And it says they're waiting for you. Your destiny's waiting for you. Look, it says here, home. You're moving to a new home. You're going to get some kind of business. This has something to do with music. Maybe the music of your heart. Follow your heart. Follow the bliss of your heart. It says the queen, y'all. For this empress. That's the story. Carry love. It says trust. Trust in divine. Trust in divine. Trust in divine. You're on the right path. See the path right there? It's the same path that was in them other cards yesterday in The Secret of the Word Word. Just had snow on it. It says flow, beauty, growth, and it says something about a neighbor and work. Take what resonates. You're beautiful, inside and out, collective. No matter what they try to attack and say, because beauty is an eye of the beholder, and you're the one that's looking. You're beautiful. Okay? These people that attack are retarded. It says you're going through some type of metamorphosis and a change. Everything in your life that you've experienced up till now. Everything. You've always constantly had. Look who's trying to peek around. Somebody's peeking at you. Everything that you've experienced, everything that you went through, and everything that for no reason, you're going to get paid. It says this nature boy is seeking you. Yeah, look. That's what wouldn't go in the deck. That's what wouldn't push down in the deck. Nature boy, seeking, yes. He's looking for you. You're the perfect fit. He got a treehouse made for you. Built it. You're going to see from a higher perspective from the top of the castle. What's your castle? My castle looks like a treehouse. I swear it does. It's a huge treehouse and this ginormous tree that's got hearts for leaves. My treehouse has hearts for leaves on my tree. They're beautiful. Y'all take that as a resonates. What? Man, I'm being really pulled to this one. Stay with me. Okay? I'm pulled to it. There's the path. There's the big old house in the background. Let's start at the beginning of this, because this is going to be a new beginning. Let's start at the beginning of this book. Page 9. That's something. There's no coincidences, okay? It says on the fell. So let's find the first of it. Your boot could have chafed your ankle while you were up on the fell. So you needed a plaster. You could get a fishing lure stuck after a cast. Perhaps you'd scribble on the pad by the telephone. Or a school friend might come and ring the doorbell. You know, that's something that I used to do when I was a kid that I don't do anymore. Okay? Is when I was a kid, our phones were connected to the wall. So we would sit on the phone with we'd always have like a notepad and a pen right there. Because, you know, you might need to write down a phone number or something. And we would draw, like, doodle while we was on the phone. You know, sitting on the phone, you know how you did. And we would doodle, and I would doodle, and it would trigger, like, creative things. I would start writing poetry while I would doodle for a while I was talking on the phone, and then I would start writing poetry as I was talking on the phone, sitting there writing poetry. But that doodling would trigger a creative spark for some reason. And that's something that we don't hardly do anymore. We all used to do it. I know you did it, and you did it, and you did it, and you did it. We sit on the phone, doodle, while you was on the phone. You don't do it anymore because you have your phone with you constantly. It's in your pocket, it's in your hand. You can't hold a pen and hold the phone to doodle. But that's something that allow yourself to doodle or scribble or whatever, okay? Remember how you used to make these little things, maybe in Title 1 or something, and you would color that green and that red and that yellow and that blue and this right here, different, you know, and it would turn out to be like a beautiful, like, mosaic or something. That kind of stuff. Just allow yourself to, because that's very creative and you don't need nothing. Like, I could even use just this pen and make this a beautiful piece of art. Just by, like, scribbling in here, scribbling in there. You know, putting the little scribbles in this. You know, don't take too much to just change. It changes it completely just by just a few little areas being scribbled in. Just a couple of places. Changed it completely. Then I can take this and I can go like this. I can just use the pen and I don't need nothing else. Make it that. I can do this and go across here like this. And make it that. And look how much prettier. It's already art. Just with an ink pen and a shitty piece of mail. Transform that piece of paper into art. It's art. And let me tell you, art, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, I'm telling you now. Okay, I still need to get back to this, but I keep looking at it and seeing different things. Okay, I keep looking at it and seeing different things. This is what me and Sissy did the other day. She was making all kinds of paint marks all over it, and I just fixed it by smoothing it all out and blending it. And I can see so many different things in this, so I'm inspired to mess with it, and then I'm inspired not to. Like, I keep looking at it, and I'm going, damn, I see all kinds of shit. Like, I see a mountain and a path right there with a valley. All of that in here. With sky. Like, this is clearing out or something from some kind of deserty type plain. You see it? So I keep seeing different types of, like, and I don't want to touch it. And then I turned it over the other way, and it looks totally, look. Art is so beautiful. Look how different it looks turned over the other way. Isn't it pretty? I'm like, what the fuck, man? I don't know if I want to touch it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because all I did, I'll tell you, Bubby was sitting there doing his, Sissy was sitting here doing hers. And I was standing beside Sissy because she has tendencies. Okay? And she was putting marks, all kinds of marks, had all kinds of different colors. And all the different colors blended and made brown. So I just started, I took the big wide one with no paint on it at all and just wet it and just started going across the paper where she'd made those marks. She made all those marks and all I did was blend them in. This is my 2-year-old granddaughter's art right here. All I did was just swoosh them across the paper like this with a wet paintbrush. And that's what it turned out like. 2-year-old. Just saying. She put the paint on there. All I did was swoosh it with a paintbrush. It's awesome. Okay. Anyway, let's carry on. Let yourself do that kind of thing. Allow yourself. It'll keep you occupied. You won't be overly overthinking. And you can do it at any time. You can just grab a pen and a piece of paper and make art at any time that you want to. You don't got to go out and buy a whole art kit or nothing. It's something that you can do at any time, okay? It says, perhaps you should scribble on the pad by the telephone, or a school friend might come and ring the doorbell while we are having our dinner. It wasn't these things in themselves. It was what they stood for. Not being thoughtful enough, not being heedful. It wasn't leaving the milk out. It was being that sort of person. The sort who neglects thoughtlessness, who never pays heed. It seems like such a small thing when I write it down, but it wasn't small, it was everything. The world was hard. Wrong was wrong, when it could have been right. Afraid was a state of being. I don't know when I started. All I know is that I was afraid. Afraid was a skin beneath my skin that couldn't be shed. It's strange to be writing this, that we are afraid. It makes me cry. I'm crying now as I write. I'm saying out loud to myself, afraid was all we were. We were afraid this whole time. Now I'm nearly 53 years old, and I ask myself, what were we supposed to have been if we hadn't been afraid? It's almost as if there's something missing, something else to have been instead. Amen. It says, that too seems strange as I write it down. But it's what I'm thinking. If we hadn't been scared, if being scared had suddenly stopped, what would we have been instead? Think about that for a second. When fear has become one's inner layer, the part of you that's real, if that's then taken away, what's left is like an enormous crater. Fear is total. Fear is water coming in everywhere, in every nook and cranny, under every bed. The girl I was, when she was 10, for instance, if the fear she knew, if the reason for that fear, the most obvious reason, Pappy, hadn't been there anymore, if Pappy had died or Mommy had left him and taken me with her, would I not have been afraid anymore? What would I have been? Who am I when I'm not afraid? That is so triggering. It says there's something more. There's something that can't be traced back to a single point. It's not like that. It's something else, and I don't know what it is. I just didn't understand. You can see it in the photos from when I was little. We were at the photographer's in Valdo's when I was 2. Black and white, shades of gray. I'm sitting on Pappy's knee in a dark pleated skirt and white tights. My brother's a year old and my mama's knee beside us. The others are smiling, but not me. I look scrutinous. Okay, it says, it's like I'm struggling to understand the whole time what we are doing. What are we doing here? I think I just didn't get the point of anything the whole time I was growing up. Why live if there's no joy? If life isn't good, if there's no softness to it, if there's no love, and at the same time feeling left out. Love was something others were doing. I saw it in films and could imitate it, but it wouldn't let me in. I had no idea how to do it, felt ashamed of myself for some reason. I tried to hide it. It just wouldn't happen for me. So when my husband, the father of our daughter, said after 12 years that we were other ways of living with a person, ways that were moving more loving, I knew he was right. I couldn't do it. We got divorced because knowing never helped. I've known it all along. I just never known what to do about it. From 9 to 11. This is the last part. I'm going to go ahead and read this because it's the last part of this before it goes into another one. 10 years ago, I met Ale, a publisher, and with Ale being close to someone being something good, what do I mean by that? I mean that slowly, sometimes yes, sometimes not. I began to loosen up and accept the presence of my life of another person. He was kind, gentle, his soft olive skin, the way his goodness shimmered on him, the way it could be seen in his face, his eyes, his little tremble, his hand, dry and warm. He asked nothing of me that I didn't have. He made me feel again and again that I was good enough, better than I often thought, that I was welcome, and that he wanted me the way I was. 4 years it lasted. During the last 2, Elle was ill, and then he died. That's 2 years ago now. A year later, I met M. But even before Elle died, I knew I was going to write this novel. I've known it was there. I just never got started. I've waited and waited for it to open itself out to me and take me in. I've waited like mad for it to start happening. Take that as it resonates. God dang, that resonates with me a lot. Whew. 12 years of sin. That's fucking right. I just said out of my mouth about my ex. I'm telling you, your ex got to give you something. It looks like that somebody else wants to offer you something too. But they're going to pass away. They want you to go have fun with them. Like, make their last years beautiful. Somebody does. Somebody that's been watching you. They want you to because they're fixing to give you some type of, leave you a business or something. I'm telling you, it's something like that. Okay. For some reason, I feel like this business is like attached to a home. It's all one thing. Okay, so y'all take that as it resonates. Let's see what this letter's going to talk about. Fabulous reading, y'all. Y'all hit that like button and subscribe. Here, let's hit the bell notification just again. Count racists, sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah. Count racists, sing this song, oh, doo-dah, day. Slop. What does that mean? What is slop? Slop was crazy? What does that mean? Tell me what collective needs to know out of these letters. Well, the queen fell back in. Don't know what you mean. Slop was crazy. 3-3, y'all. 5-6. 5-5. God dang, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. Anyway, just trust divine. Look at all this truth out here. You see the truth? Somebody's birthday, 6/23. I'm telling you. They're 55 years old. I swear it's talking about me, y'all. I can't. What is the 3 for? Collaboration of what? Minds? There's a 4 right here. Look, it's your decision. Wow. Wow. Look at that moving in some type of, for 2 people. A couple learning some kind of information separately. Having faith and trusting in it. This big change. And this is a solid foundation. I'm telling you, this is all about having faith. Something is divided. What is dividing? It says mind house. An N. A win. SNL. What, you gonna go be a comedian collective? Because it sure does talk about that a lot. It says there's some kind of foe. Something about money. Hindering something. A wino. Someone's a drunk. DUI. Own house. Own a house. Own his house. He going to jail. Apparently. Something about a van. A man. I'm only human. Is human. You're divine. You're divine, he's human. You're going to have to come with, you're going to have to remember. Humans make mistakes. I'm telling you, this is divine versus human. You're divine. I'm trying to tell you. Something was shown on the show. Shown in show. Shown. You and me. And in show. In minute. In mind. Show something in mind. Land. In. I'm land. I'm Dale. Nails. Something's restored. Ash downtown in L.A. Land in L.A. I'm in L.A. Down. I'm in L.A. Down. His Sun. In Masons. Loud. Saw, sin. Well, just look around. Sin's everywhere. All these humans walking around. It's a sin. Look, somebody maybe having a blood test done. This person's dying and they want you to help them live the rest of their life happy. Experience adventures, so on and so forth. I promise you that everything is pointing to that. Every fucking thing is pointing to that. This right here is almost complete balance. We got red, orange, yellow, green. It is. This is full balance in the chakras, blue and purple. Indigo's missing. It's all out here. All your answers are right here. All you got to do is know. You know what you know. Your own self. You have the answer inside of you. You just need a visual to pull it out. Do you understand something? What's happening? Mark my words, this person wants you to go and like help them enjoy the rest of their life. It's insane. It says, I'm insane. This person wants to go and like do shit like a bucket list, like jump out of a plane and leap, dive off the side of a cliff and those types of things. Go scuba diving, and they want you to go with them and caretake them, like be their caretaker. Which is not, it sounds like a pretty good even trade to me. It says slow down and live. Someone wants you to slow down. Diane, Dianin, someone had a blood test, and then they know that they're dying. I promise they know that they're dying. They want you to... It says something about woman, slow down, woman, hand in, saliva. Hand in, saliva. DNA. That's DNA test. Own a villa, own a villa, mansion. It says a mansion. They own a mansion. They want to give it to you. It says valid. Something about a drug test. I mean, not a drug test, a DNA test. Valid. Mine's invalid. What's invalid? Somebody's ID is invalid. It's not yours. Somebody was trying to listen, and whoever the fucking person that notarized that paperwork is about to be fucking going to federal prison. That's a federal offense to be a notary and to fucking notarize false documents. So whoever that notary is about to fucking be in major trouble, and I believe they're somewhere real close to you, collective. Just saying. It says sown what? Sown human. So human. Somebody's so human. What does that mean? I do. Something is sad. I said, love. We'll do it like this. I said no love. I'm human. I'm human. I'm on. Something has. I has on ID. Something's on somebody's ID. I saw it. I saw him. I saw him do it. I saw him do. It says Don or Donnie. Nod. I saw him nod to do something. His son. I'm his son. Oh well. It says Don. My in van. It says venison. Well, somebody's a hunter. Somebody hunts. In van. What is shade? Shad? Shun. I shun him. My son. So he's mad. Is mad. I shun him. He's mad. Is mad as. Him is mad. Undo. Undo. Linda. Because somebody's found out something. Wise, whiz, sim. Linda's a doppelganger. Who understands something? Understands envy. Somebody understands envy. How I am. Someone understands how I am. Slid under. Say, damn. Damn, Lisa. Lisa knows how you are. Lisa in my mind. How Mind USA. Somebody named Lynn. There's a victory here. Victory in the USA. That's so fucking funny. But it's not. This is party in the USA. God dang, y'all. It says Will. Somebody named Will. William. William is a Mufasa. A king. Somebody's a king. It says wind, wind. Who wind? Who wind? Nails? Wind nails? Someone's nailing something in somebody's mind. Somebody was like continuously trying to slander you. Like continuously. Slain. Someone's going to slay these giants. Some kind of versus. Us versus women, man. Us versus him. Oh yeah, you remember those ladies come to you asking you to help bring somebody down. And you was like, for what? You went and told them and they thought you was lying. And you said, fine, whatever. Don't eat or drink nothing that they hand to you. And he said, oh, you're crazy. They wouldn't do nothing to me. And you said, okay, then I'm crazy. Okay. About a week and a half later, they had him locked up for fucking nothing. She's Olivia. What about Olivia? Olivia. Oh, okay. I was thinking of a different Olivia. Olivia. I was like, wait a second. No, it hit me. Okay. Olivia lives a soul life. Soul. Via wind, mind, soulful life. Olivia. Via mind. Soul via mind. Yeah, and somebody's view. So somebody's seeing something from a broader view. They're you've opened up somebody's mind that was their mind was closed. Because you haven't done anything. It says law, man. Law, man. Hinder. Hand. What does it say? Alumni. Alumni. Thank you. Alumni. Has alumni. Okay. So somebody has alumni. Something's over. So somebody's got somebody to back them up. But this is like a secret society, y'all. I'm telling you, this is like a group of people who took an oath. And this person is your ex-husband. Man, I'll tell you one more time. He sold his soul for money and wealth. I want you to really understand that. You were the sacrifice because you were what he loved the most. Are you understanding that? You were the sacrifice because you were what he loved the most. Something about his vanity. Something was in vain because it didn't make him happy. And he thought it would, and it didn't. I think he started drinking. He might have been like a social drinker when you was with him, but his dad was alcoholic. I think he began to drink when you were out of his life. It says old wounds. In vain. Take that as it resonates, y'all. Old wounds. I understand this person is a very controlling. If things don't go how he thought it was supposed to. Look, I'm telling you. Something about Sunday. Maine. His main. Low. His main low. Done. He's done. Says something about somebody named Laney and don't know. He don't know. He don't know. I don't know. Wom. Miss Law. Says visa. Valid visa. ID. Yeah, I had one. It was stolen. No law. In-law. In-law. In-laws. Void. Avoid in-laws. Avoid in-laws. Woman. Similar. Oh, god dang. That bitch's name, her last name was Simpson. Before it was Thomason, it was Simpson. She's an actress. Strangely enough. Aim so low. I aim so low. Aim so low. 100. What? Like, use a sacrifice for just hundreds of dollars? That's retarded. Something about envy, man. I'm sad now. I'm sad now. Hun. Ill. Somebody's sick. He may be in Illinois. That's where he was born. With, what was their names? Nell. Something Nell. Nell. John Nell. Something was slain. Slain now. I'm down. That's God. The who. It represents Father God. H-U. It's indigenous. Something about Laney. Small mind. Small-minded. Small mind. Own small mind. My own small mind. Lash. IOU. In-house. Wash. It says the mail. Washing the mail. Washing it. In mail. Somebody sent you something, maybe? I do. Shun. Why is it saying shun? Wish. I wish. I am. Luna. Am Luna. Take that as it resonates, collective. That's funny. I am the sun and the moon. I'm a son. Amen. It says somebody's a widow. No, it doesn't say widow, but damn not close. Dial. I'm dial. Sundial. Okay, something about time. It says sundial. In on. I'm in on. Whole. Mind. Made. Mind. Us. Us in on whole mind. Someone's trying to MK Ultra somebody. Avail. Avol. This right here is a word. We got anvil. Anvil. That is so fucking crazy that this is out here. I was just watching. Look, no anvil. I was just watching about the Acme, um, um, Acme company or whatever. That it was just made up, and now it's actual company, a real company, but it was just made up for cartoons. And the anvil is the biggest thing that people remember being Acme. Okay, that comes out of nowhere to squash the bad guy, but it was meant for you. You understand? but it, you're protected. So, like Roadrunner, beep beep, you go, and the anvil's supposed to fall on you, right? But you just go right past it, and then whoever's running after you, chasing after you, it hits them. Okay, it says no anvil. It says on anvil. Acme is written on an anvil. ACME. Acme. Him in a something mind. A low mind, slow mind. Law. Him in the law. Him in law. He is an in-law. On valid. On valid. It says Vinny. Remember I told y'all that the like mafia or something's involved in this. It's crazy. Somebody sold their soul to the mafia. What's this? Sale. So something's moving on to Commer. Sale. And we got something about a house. Like a boat. Has own. Has own mind. Has own mind. I has own mind. Or I have own mind. Slun, loons, sloons, saloon, nussle, nuss, lust, soul, soul. In soul. Woman in my soul. Saying you in their soul, man. You're part of their soul. Take that as it resonates. God dang it, envy's out there. Well, imagination can create as well. It says, I said no. Oh, something about a liaison. It said, I said no. I said no. MLLM 3663. I said no. That's what was left on the table when I grabbed all them up. Y'all know how that works. AIDS. Someone's got motherfucking AIDS. It says something about a loan. I loan. DM is DM. Alan. Someone named Alan. Dan, DMA. We got some kind of disclosure, something about a disclosure, signing a disclosure, a silo. This is where the harvest is kept. That's a tower. A silo is a tower. It's where the harvest is kept. Amanda was out here. Amanda, why? Damn Amanda, it says. Something about Amanda and Dan. Damn is Lisa. Lisa, slow, slam, slid, ID, name on it. Lisa's name's on it. No alias. It says no alias. Alias is out here. The A was, I threw it in the box already. Alias is Diane. Main. Solid. Main lead is solid. So whoever the main lead is about to spill the beans, and it's gonna tumble like fucking dominoes, y'all. It says almost in. Some kind of ID. Take what resonates. That's what we got there. Truth and passion. Just saying something about an empty den and seeds. That's wild. 2121, y'all. 21 guns. Just saying somebody's passing away. They're gonna go out with a bang. What was I saying yesterday? Wait a minute. Ah, god dang it. This fucking stand, y'all. Made a fatal mistake in putting a little tiny of WD-40 on it. Because it was like, when I did that, that shit's like, fucking bullshit. Can't win for nothing on that shit. I don't care. I got it all rigged up. It's still working, ain't it? The beautiful people. 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 717, y'all. Tell you what resonates. Bops, it says. And Margot was forced to contend with real life again. Real life. She didn't know what Peter was so keen on it. I'm pleased that you don't consider traveling to one of the most beautiful places on earth too arduous. Slim dug into the orange and removed its peel with one long strip. Now that we've settled that, let's discuss our next assignment. We're going to the city for a few days. With this, Margot perked up. The city? As in New York? It says, what other city is there? Slim bit his orange and juice sprayed into his shirt. Someone could use a lily, Margot thought. It says, we'll be shooting a bunch of radio guys and a few newsmen. The Flair ladies, too. Margot didn't know who the Flair ladies were and didn't ask, because her mind was leaping 5 steps ahead. An idea began to form, a potential solution to the problem she bumbled into and those she created herself. If a gal was in New York City, she had to take on a show. The Dutch Elkin Orchestra was playing the St. Regis all summer. As far as potential husbands went, Dutch remained compelling, but extremely borderline prospect. But he was easily distracted, a little beef-brained, and Peter said all those things about how he'd made a dreadful beau. Stop thinking about Peter. It's in parentheses, okay? And it says, Dutch had his faults, but a person could argue that Margot was the fickle one. The reason they hadn't spoke since the awkward encounter at the Ocean Club was because of her wondrous schedule and even her honorary boss. If she wasn't at the Pennsylvania, Dutch had no way to reach her. Not after Rita warned him about Slim's certain wrath if anyone ever called and asked for Margot. She had to think practically. With Dutch, the good far outstrip the mediocre. It says he was charming, gallant, and talented, and wholly unbothered by Sandy LaSalle and the ignominy that threw Margot into his path. It had been 6 months since their first date, half a year, exclamation point, and now was not the time to give up or, God forbid, start over. It says Margot wasn't attracted to Peter Polzer. She assured herself, night after night, she was attracted to the idea of him and the connection they made. Every woman was a little bit in love with him, Jackie Kennedy once said, and there was no reason to give him another thought. Margot had to move on and show Dutch she was serious about their fledgling romance. What's more, if everyone knew she was full steam ahead on Dutch, there'd be nothing sneaky about Pete. Then it goes to New York City, 44. Some kind of big, you're going to have to believe. Look, New York City's prominent in this too. I'm telling you, man. How many times I done took off and went to New York for no reason whatsoever. I have no idea why, but I've done it several times over and over again. I've been in New York all throughout my fucking life. When I was 8, I went to, or 9, I was 9. Went to Boston with my uncle, and we got stuck in New York. And I got sick as fuck, so then we had to pull off the expressway because we was in traffic, real bad traffic jam. We had to pull off the expressway and go into a place, and I was just in awe. We're in New York. I was in awe. I was a little kid. I thought that was the cool. And I was sick, about to pass out from the heat, but I was just in awe. I was just like, whoa. New York's a really cool place to be, I'm telling you. I mean, I really enjoyed walking through New York when I was there. So I just wanted to let y'all know that. But New York has something to do with it. It says something about Margot. Margot booked it up 7th Avenue towards West 56th Street. It took 10 forevers. It took 10 forevers for the world-famous Beaux Art building to come into view. Unmistakable with its arches, windows, curved friezes, and ornate cornices. After ducking beneath the marquee and stopping a second to air her armpits, Margot yanked the center door handles, just about pulling both arms out of their socket. When the door didn't budge, she tried the other, but those were locked too. So something's being blocked. Something's being blocked. Pete's being sneaky, a Dutch. Dutch is one of them charismatic people that everybody loves. He's interested in her, but she's thinking about fucking Pete. Okay, y'all take that as it resonates. Yeah, imagination's a hell of a thing. Okay, yeah. Anyway, it says Proverbs. It says, to know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice, judgment, and equity. To give prudence to the simple, to the young man knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and increase learning, and a man of understanding will attain wise counsel. To understand a proverb and an enigma, the words of the wise and their riddles. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Shun evil counsel. Fools despise wisdom and instruction. So take heed of what Spirit tells you, is all I'm telling you. It says voodoo magic. Ooh, is finished. Whatever they've been doing, it's shit backfiring on them. Voodoo magic, knowing, inspiration, serendipity. It says Tabitha. And using magic. Man, I'm telling you, all of these bitches are fucking connected. This is a covenant. It is a group, a covenant. Okay? Not just one person. It's 6. 6 main characters. It says activate divine angel numbers, responding to subtle vibration. Don't go breaking hearts. No joke. A star. This ain't a joke. Activate. Don't go breaking hearts. It says responding. You're responding to something. There's angel numbers. You're responding to the angel numbers. They've been out here 555, 888, and 101010. Those are the angel numbers. And 9. What devils? That's crazy. What's it say? The devils are mentally ill. Look, they've been trying to MK Ultra you. Something's backfired on them. Their minds are like in overdrive right now. Because they're trying to figure out something that they can do. Okay, to get. They're trying to mentally distract you and cause you to slip because mental. They're trying to mentally make you feel. So you just need to maintain and avoid them. Leave them. Don't talk to. I don't care if they come directly right up to you and start talking to you. When you see them coming, just turn around and start walking in the other direction. Even if there's no destination. Just walk away from them. Because they're trying to mentally fuck with you. Don't let them. Because it's not going to work. It says communicate. Alright, that's communication. Non-communication is communication. It says give it time. Everything in divine timing. One card out of the Cosmic Insight. One card. Love spell. You've been bewitched. They're trying to control your mind. Understand that that is witchcraft. Someone's trying to control your mind. Make you think that something is greater than it is. That kind of shit. That's what love spells are. And that. But this is indicating an illusion is being cast. Okay? And it says something about karma, cause and effect. Whoever was trying to love bomb you, that's going to be exposed. And I keep hearing something like, man, why does it say father, son? It keeps saying father, son. Get ready to be wined and dined, it says. Moving on. They'll be back. Somebody, ghost is coming back to wine and dine you. Somebody that left is coming back. Everything says we fucking passed by now. Just say. Alright, what's the best advice for the message from the universe? Tell me the best advice that you can possibly... The best advice in this whole entire deck. Just tell me the best advice the collective can possibly do it here and now, right now. In this, right now. Best advice. Just clearly. Y'all, if this resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate to the channel, it's Cash App, $, ANGELMOON 6237. I have super chat, super thanks, and that, okay? I appreciate all your donations. Bonnie, I love you. Thank you so much. Kate, I love you. Thank you so much. Christy, y'all helped me so much, and I thank you, okay? It says, this is your validation that things are finally beginning to work out for you. Get ready for unexpected breakthroughs. Good news and plot twists. Blessings are coming. So you don't have to do anything. Just get ready for the breakthroughs. That clarity and transparency is on its way. Your blessings are coming. Okay? Y'all take that as it resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe. You want to donate, got super chat, super thanks, and all that stuff. If this is for entertainment purposes only. Allegedly. It says devil's in the details. Past. The devil was influencing somebody through their greed and their weaknesses, their human sins. The letter said human sin. They said human sin. Y'all take that as it resonates. All right. Light and love, everybody. See you on the flip side. Stay golden.